Matt Horn admits it was tough to come to work today.
An extra dose of anger and heartbreak for a popular Oakland restaurant. On Sunday, Horn barbecue
was vandalized with graffiti.
The chef and owner shared
images of the damage on Instagram.
And then early this morning,
A devastating fire gutted much of the restaurant.
Fire crews say smoke was coming from the attic.
His employees were gearing up for a Thanksgiving food drive before this happened. Horn says he's in shock.
Now he's wondering if that post and this morning's fire are connected.
Walking into the restaurant for the first time and seeing how badly damaged it was, reality didn't set in. You know, I was still in shock. All those emotions, all the hard work that goes into running a business, all the challenges that I've had to face to be here in this city, to just serve barbecue. Yes, it wasn't the ideal location for a barbecue restaurant. When starting Horn Barbecue, I took what I had and made it into something. Tried to use the small resources that we had to build something. I remember always wanting to put all the press up, all the accomplishments and everything, so that when our guests would come in, they would see, you know, like what we've accomplished, but then also know that you had a team that was dedicated to delivering the best barbecue we possibly can. Lots of emotions, really excited. Anyone that's ever been to any of my pop-ups, they know that I would greet every guest and I would thank them first and foremost for coming. But I never took it for granted, people lining up for the food. These same, you know, as challenging as it was earlier on to get started doing barbecue cooking, I look at this picture, I mean, you can barely see it, but I had this real big smile on my face because at that point in my life, I felt like nothing was going well for me. This was before the Yeti coolers and Lucille and everything. I couldn't afford the plastic bottles to even put the barbecue sauce in, so I'd take the old ketchup bottles and rinse them out and put my barbecue sauce in there to be able to squeeze it out. When I went inside and I saw the true damage of the fire, one of the thoughts that came to my mind was Lucille. Because everything that I've done with Horn Barbecue has been centered around my smoker, Lucille. Lucille means everything to me. To come back to the restaurant now, it's still tough. I would like to do nothing more but to just fire the pits up and cook. You know, and I do feel hopeful that, you know, I'll be cooking barbecue again one day, but there's still a lot of challenges that I have to overcome. It's anytime that you take your art and you take something that you love in this life and you share it with the public, you open yourself up for public opinion. And so that's weighing heavily on my mind now. The restaurant's in the condition that it's in. It's like, what does a rebirth, what does a rebuild look like in this situation? If I'm gonna be attacked while trying to serve my business by serving my community, then I guess that's just the price I'm gonna have to pay. I take the adversity and the stones that are thrown at me, and all they're doing is just fueling a greater fire. This is our neighborhood. We have a lot of people that'll come over and ask us, do we, you know, have food and that sort of thing. And we just do what we can to help out. There's a lot of people going through challenges, man. We usually do like the hot meals at a Horn. This goes outside of operating the restaurant. This is that obedience. Dusty and so I've been coming here, they always take care of me.
Yeah, I mean, we love Dusty, but we also love like just all the businesses that try and come in and help the community.
Absolutely.
Right?
That's the thing that we want to highlight, because I know a lot of people like, well, are you going to stay here? Are you going to go somewhere else? And I'm like, you know what? We're vested there, Horn. We're vested here at Calvert. And I got to continue to serve the community, you know? So that's why we were making our way through here.
Yeah, you staying in the community and supporting.
Thank you.
We need more people like you and businesses like you to just like believe in this community, because if people start leaving, then everything else is going to come down.
No, you're right. You're right. I appreciate that. Appreciate you, man.
Of course.
Happy
I
holidays.
appreciate it. Happy holiday, yeah.
I hope to see you soon, man.
Yeah.
All right. You know, it's important for businesses to come in. I mean, the easy thing would be to do is to leave the area, but you know, there's a lot of growth. There's a lot of community here. Thank you so much. Just right now, the lady just now, right now, has said, you know, be encouraged, you know, and like I said, it's a lot of community support. You know, I've never met this woman, but she's just like, hey, we believe in you, be encouraged, and that's what keeps us going, man, you know, and like I said, we're nestled right here. We have Calvert here, and we have a really cool spot, and this means a lot to keep the mission going, you know what I mean?
Oh my goodness. Mr. Horn didn't tell me that. Didn't tell me nothing. They didn't tell me nothing. Thank you, Mr. Horn. All right, thank you. Okay, well, I'll tell you, it touched my heart, you know, every time I think about the fact that Horn, you know, had a tragedy. And I always tell people, you know, I always connect Horn with Calvert when I say, you know, have you tried Horn for the barbecue? And then you come here for our chicken sandwiches, and then Maddie's as well down on Broadway. So customers come in, they're real concerned, and they ask me about it, and I just tell them, just hold on. We're gonna rebuild, we're gonna start fresh, and just hold on, stay in there with us.
The craziest thing in the world, man. Tuesday before Thanksgiving that, you know, we walked in and just saw, it was the gnarliest thing I'd seen in a long time. Kind of like, wow, a lot of stuff happened this year. You know what I mean? We took a huge step in starting the company. We took a huge step back when we had the accident. We take another step forward with what's going on at Maddie's and the trajectory of Calvert. So first and foremost, it's about our staff. It's the health and happiness of the people that work with us. So we got a lot of staff members that are very talented. And then how do we foster a home for them to come back to? And what does that look like? And how do we build that?
It's been good being able to transition here. I could have easily been out of a job and having to figure out what to do, but I'm super grateful that Chef and everyone here was able to find me a spot and bring me back here.
I think as men, we all kind of have that struggle with when faced with adversity, that you just have to look yourself in the mirror and step up to the plate. And Chef Horn definitely gave me that confidence in myself to look at myself in the mirror and get ready for the next challenge.
Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. I don't know what the next hour is going to bring. I don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. But that's all I can do, man, is walk by faith.